Oh gosh, so I was baptized at the age of 16. It's something that I knew I wanted to do, but I also knew I wanted to do it at a time in life that I was going to be 100% committed to it. And one day at Sunday morning service, it hit me and I said, today is the day I want to dedicate my life to God. And I think it was a story that I heard. And I said, today is the day I'm going to do it. And I was so excited about it. My family wasn't at church with me. And I was so excited to go home and say, guess what, everybody, I was baptized today. And where I come from, you were baptized after you confess, you were baptized Sundays later. And so to say, I want to do it today and confess, make my confession and then be baptized, I was so excited about it. So it was important for me to find a church that I felt really was connected to God. I was around many people that said they knew God and they loved God, but I didn't feel the authenticity of it. That's not the word to use, but it just didn't feel real. And so when I made the decision to be baptized, the preacher was sitting behind me, as opposed to when I was growing up, the preacher was always on the podium. And then when he came out and he preached and then he would leave. And so I never felt connected to him or any of the leadership. But at this particular church, it was Carverdale Church of Christ and in Houston, Texas. And the preacher was sitting behind me and I thought, how's the preacher behind me? And then after church, like he wanted to know who I was and he wanted to know where I come from and who was my family. And I said, this is the church I'm supposed to be at. And that's the kind of energy I try to give out at church, is that I'm here representing God. So I want anyone who come in contact to me to have that same feeling when they walk away. I say this all the time. I think I was born to serve. And so as I tell Miss Coco all the time, if she asks me, I'm going to say yes, unless I cannot. Like I can't be in two places at one time. And so when I think of me and I think of the type of father I wanted to be to my children, what type of young men I want them to grow up to be, I always said that let's be like Christ. Let's serve. Let's just come here and serve whomever we can, however we can. And I'm thankful to have young men who love that. They are both Christians and they're here to serve like me. Yeah. Yeah. So, when I think of discipleship, I think of teaching. And sometimes it doesn't be by what you say, it's by what you do. And so every act, for Christmas, the boys have to adopt someone that they want to give to, that they personally go out and they purchase something. And I'm so proud of them, because even though they're adults now, they'll say, Dad, who are we taking on this year for Christmas? And so they do a young person, typically their age, and then we try to do a senior citizen for Christmas time. And then lately, since they're adults now, and sometimes they have other things that they have planned for Christmas, I have been going to the prison system and discovered how amazing it is for you to give up your tradition, your Christmas, your family dinners to go to someone who won't have that. And all you can do is give them money to go to the vending machine, and they are so happy that you take out your time for Christmas. So I've learned to live my life in such a way of how can I encourage someone to just be a better them? And then it also makes me a better me.